Hi folks, Close Small Designs here. This is part 11 of the HK 1/32 scale B-25B Mitchell build. So I haven't posted any videos for the last 2 weeks, and that's because my family and I got evacuated due to the wildfires. And I am home now, or we are home now. And they do say to be vigilant, and evacuations could happen again, but let's hope they don't. But I have done some work just prior to being evacuated and just a little bit after. As you can imagine, there's a lot of cleanup to do. So I do want to post this video here just to get everyone a little bit caught up and tell you guys that I'm okay and the channel's still up and running. So anyway, let's get to it. So that is some work I've done. Obviously, that is the cockpit section of the plane, or Doolittle side of the plane. And those are just some Edward sets that I had put in. So we're pretty much done with that side of the plane. Once we get obviously the other cockpit pieces in there that we've already built, it's going to look great. And of course, going back towards the bomb bay section there, that's coming along real nice. And then once we get the cluster bombs, I believe Doolittle's plane carried 3. That's going to have to be a scratch build because they didn't take any 500 pounders with them. And I don't think we're going to go any detail really in here. I guess I could put a chemical toilet in here just for fun because they did have a chemical toilet, but no one's actually going to see anything in here, right? We will put a glass piece right here that are glass, but that is going to come in a later video. But again, this is all going to be closed up, right? And then of course we have the turret here, but it'll come later, and I think we're just going to drop that down inside. And then of course we have Lieutenant Colonel Cole's, or I guess at that time it would be just Lieutenant Cole's side of the plane. Same thing with the Edward sets right here. There's not as much. I think I do have one more piece to put right here, and that's going to be a kit piece. And then the same thing. It's pretty much just a carbon copy, right? But yeah, so it's coming along real nice. And then of course this piece right here. Now I took this from the Dyusha. Actually, this one may be from the Accurate Miniatures because I ordered some extra pieces, but they're interchangeable. That is just the center line, or I think it's called the Moraine tank. It's probably a little under scale, but it's in there just for fun, right? Because this is going to sit like that. And then, of course, we're going to have the cluster bombs. The bomb bay doors will be open, but chances are no one's going to see it. But, I wanted it in there just for fun. But anyway, so that's going to be nice to have in there. Now, I had done some work to the wings, and the work I had done is some of the paint chipping. Now, how I did that is actually just a little bit of enamel silver paint. And I didn't use my Sharpie on this one. I just took a pin, like actually this very pin right here. And I just dipped this pin in the enamel paint and just kind of went like this with it. And as you can see, I actually followed the lines where paint would chip, right? Not just anywhere. Because looking at photographs of aircraft, things like that, the paint chipped, where panels would meet. And once I get, the rest of the engine on and stuff like that, then I'm going to do a little bit more. And we're not done with this yet, right? Because if you go back in the prior videos, you'll see how I did the wings step by step by step. Next to come is going to be obviously streaking, and then, exhaust smoke, things like that. But now we're on to the paint chipping, as you can see. And you got to be careful with the paint chipping. You don't want too much, and you don't want too little. Now there's gonna be a little bit more weathering. Oh, I mean, we haven't done the weathering yet. It's just basically we're just doing the use. But obviously there's gonna be more weathering here because this is obviously where people walk and stand and things like that. But right now is just the paint chipping, or the beginning thereof. And you don't want to go too heavy with the paint because then it'll look like paint. You want it very, very thinly on. I can't get too close and I'll lose focus. But that's just the start of it. Now I just want to go back to this here for a second because you probably notice some windows are blocked out and some aren't. I just used this mask right here. I got a big jug of it, liquid mask film. I wanted to leave some on just to show you. how well this stuff fits in. See, I took the mask off. This stuff works really, really well. I've yet to make those windows right there, the circle windows. That's going to be really hard to do, cutting a perfect circle. I'm kind of procrastinating on that one, but I can't procrastinate for too much longer because I'm going to have to close that up. So there we go. It's just kind of a quick video right now, but it's not going to take too much longer now, because once I get all these interior parts in, the fuselage is going to get closed up, paint it, and then it's just going to be the matter of joining parts together. And once she's on her wheels, we're going to be pretty much done. So I would imagine in the next 2 months, 2.5 months, it'll all be done. And the only reason why that's going to take so much longer is because I like to use oils, right? And it's the dry time. But as you can see, the camera's not picking up all the detail, but in person you can see the different panel colors, things like that. But I really like using oils because I think it gives a more natural type of finish. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And it's good to be back. Let's hope I stay back. Anyway, thanks guys.